Oh, we got Steve Munsey coming out from CSW Coventry in this 57-kilo flyweight battle. Interestingly, most of our flyweight titles are vacant at the moment, and I'm sitting right next to former world lightweight champion from Battle Arena, our man Michael Kelsa. Michael, thank you very much for joining us.
It's David Kelsa, but we'll let you off with that
David,
one.
Jesus mercy.
That was a great start. But
It was a great start. I'm going to do that again.
It's okay.
Oh, we're live right now, and I'm live with David Kelsa.
Yeah. But,
Yeah,
it's good to be here, you know.
I was going to say Bellator fighter, but that would be wrong too.
Yeah,
It's a Bam. You're our Bama standout, one of the guys that has been seasoned here in our Battle Arena cage, has gone on to bigger and better things. How's the professional ranks treating you?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I fought last night, didn't go my way. I lost my TKO to Dylan Took, but yeah, it was a great experience going over to Dublin, and yeah, it's only because of Battle Arena I'm there. I started on this stage, now the same with these guys are fighting on, and yeah, they've got the same opportunities that I had, and hopefully they'll all go far, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but all right, so obviously, the loss aside, you've had two very big victories at Bama, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, the first two were really big, and yeah, step up an opponent with Dylan Took, and yeah, it was a good experience though.
Yeah, brilliant.
So we've got a good one here. It's going to be a good one here as well. We've got Steve Munsey, and then
so now we've got Jay Smith, and I think you've got a little bit of insight here, Dave, don't you?
I do, yes. He's one of my stable partners, is Jay. He's a very, very strong lad, very good. Always puts a lot in training, loves to come forward. You watch him when he gets hit, he will throw down.
So he's one of these flyweights that we've got to worry about both of his speed and his power. That's the perfect combination in a flyweight.
Yeah, he loves to bang, does Jay. But Munsey looks here, he looks ready for it, so yeah, it should be a good one.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Now, obviously, it's been, you know, unfortunately, RP MMA has had, you know, 2 losses on the night. You've been a bit of a fly in the wall in the mentality of the fighters there, and we still got 4 more of your fighters to come out. What's the mood like back there? Is it a bit down after a couple losses, or are they just ready to get back in there and reclaim it?
I mean, obviously, you're going to take it. There's a little bit running through now. I think if Jay gets a good win now, it should pick us back up for the rest of them. But yeah, I mean, we got Maka and Brad fighting later, and both of them have been training super hard for this, and nothing's going to knock their confidence and their preparation, you know?
Exactly, exactly. So it's all rising together. Oh, there we go. This is going to be brilliant. And we're live with you on Facebook Live, and then we're brought to you by Viking Warrior Nutrition.
Weighing 57.1 kilograms, representing CSW Coventry. Make some noise for Steve Munsey. And this is one of the fighter in the red corner, weighing 57.7 kilograms, representing RPMAA. Make some noise for Jay Smith.
Referee Alan Jackson just calling them to the middle for their last few instructions. Any questions, gentlemen? Probably none. We know Steve Munsey's a bit of the older fighter here. Jay Smith, full of youth. He's probably one of your boys that's come through the entire ranks of your youth program.
Yeah, I mean, he's only been training for a couple of years now, and this is his second fight. His first one was a tough fight for him, but he showed a lot of heart in that one. So yeah, I'm expecting the same from here.
Coming off leading that leg kick, and then high with that lead kick is Jay Smith, showing some really nice looks here. Munsey tries to grab the heel and can't get it.
You watch Jay, as soon as he gets tagged, he will fall straight back. He loves to war, does this lad.
It just seems that they're starting younger and younger here, Dave.
Yeah,
they're just much more seasoned at a young age.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some lads in our gym that we start with the real young MMA lads. We've got a couple of lads, Ryan and Mason Shingleton, and they're under the age of like one's 10, one's 8, I think. I might be wrong on the ages, but they're going to be, when you see them fight, wait till you see that.
It's going to be excellent, isn't it? You can tell you're excited.
Yeah.
Dave, this is going to be brilliant.
Jay's doing some nice stuff here to keep it on the outside, working nicely. Nice combination there, Jay.
It's almost a bit of a battle of physiques. We can see that Jay's, you know, useful, got a little bit of size on him. Whereas Munsey's very, Munsey's very shredded. He looks very sucked in the face as well. So maybe a bit of a weight cut there might play a factor as we get into the later rounds. We see Jay just pawing, very calm for such a young fighter.
Yeah, he's I like to say I spar with this lad regularly on the regular, so he's very patient. I'd like to see a bit more backward movement from him. He doesn't like to take a step backward, which is probably something else we're going to work on. But for now, lovely head
big
kick by
kick.
Jay. Oh, and I told you he throws down. When he throws down, he goes for it.
Oh, there's punches and bunches there. He went low and then went high. We saw that earlier on in the round. This time it really paid off and had Munsey staggering back in. Catches him with a right counter. Munsey coming to the single. Jay Smith is sprawling back. Showing some good leg dexterity. He's keeping the posture broken. Once again, I'm here with my man David Kalser, fresh off his fight in Bama last night. We're brought to you by Viking Warrior Nutrition. Go to vikingwarriornutrition.co.uk. Why eat like a man when you can eat like a Viking warrior? And we're also brought to you by Bear Hug straps and supports. We got Jay Smith right now working in the half guard. With Steve Munsey on top. Maybe looking to recover a bit after a high kick landed from Jay Smith earlier in the round. Seems to be working a bit of rubber guard.
Yeah.
Nothing like rubber guard to ruin your day.
Taking a little bit of a breather, like I said here, and Jay's doing some nice work from the bottom. A couple of nice little shots.
That's really difficult to deal with when you're supposed to be on top. Steve Munsey's got that head position. We saw Jay Smith just working that rubber guard there, but also landing punches. So now he's working another high guard here. This is some excellent guard work from Jay Smith. This guy's hips moving. 10-second warning there.
I'd like to see him try and push off and get back to his feet, or at least try and reverse it for the last 10 seconds.
And almost
whoa,
by design.
That was a great first round.
And a really good finish there. Just showed that he wasn't out of it.
It was a very 50-50 round. Jay was getting the better on the feet, and then obviously Munsey in the top position on the floor towards the end of the round. So that was a pretty close round. I'd give it Jay, but I'm biased.
Way to be right down the line there, David. Now, you can obviously give us some insight into the way Russell is in the corner. What are the kinds of things that he's reinforcing with Jay right now?
I mean, well, the first thing he'd be doing is telling him to calm him down, slow his breathing, a couple of deep breaths, get his heart rate down, relax, and then give him a bit of water, and then will come the instructions of what he's seen during the round that he wants Jay to then work.
Yeah, so a very calm, cool, collected sort of approach. And here's a very interesting thing. We've got arms up over there from your man Jay. And Munsey seems to be taking some very deep breaths.
I think the couple of body shots that Jay landed may have hurt him a bit too.
I can't believe
Jay's a very fresh lad. There's a lot, so
I can't believe how drawn Steve Munsey looks in the face right now.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe he just walks around like that. Maybe he's just got that look to him, chiseled look. Whereas we've got
just
almost a boy. How old is Jay Smith?
I think he's 20.
Wow.
He might be younger than that. I might be wrong.
20 and going through puberty like that. He's going to be a good-looking 40-year-old.
I think he's younger. Yeah, he's definitely younger. 18, I'd said, not 20.
Yep, 18.
We've got so many young lads in our camp. I'm getting them all mixed up with their age. I know they're all younger than me.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's when you know you got to worry. Look at Jay just coming forward. He landed a bit of a right counter there at the very beginning. He's got Steve Munsey backing up, and those leg kicks are paying off.
I'd like to see him double up that jab rather than just throwing it singly.
He reads the takedown there and is able to get his hips back. Good head pressure there. Every time we see Russell Perks fighters, they always seem to have improved in one way or another. We see a little bit more of the grappling prowess here from Jay Smith. He's kicking that leg brilliantly. Getting a call for a finish there from the corner of Jay Smith.
I'd like to shout double up on the jab and then finish with a right Jay, but I'm commenting, so I'll let the corner do their work instead of shouting.
Yeah. I'm bad for that too sometimes when I got a guy in there. Oh, question mark kick. Throwing so many looks. Munsey just backs in. Maybe that body shot did hurt. Knee on the way out from Steve Munsey. Yeah, that's something I would like to see from both fighters, really, Dave, is just to snap those jabs out a little bit faster, a little bit more feinting.
Yeah, a few more punches and bunches rather than just these single shots, you know. Definitely, if Jay pushed forward and tried to back him up a little bit more, and the same for Munsey as well, really. He's throwing single shots, and there's another single shot, but that was a nice little uppercut.
Jay Smith looking for maybe ones and twos a little bit here and there. But he might be looking for that single shot, like you're saying. There you go, backs him up again. It's 2 or 3 times now he's had him had Munsey with his back against the cage and landing some big shots. That's the thing with these flyweight fighters. Usually hard for them to get off some power, but the speed is second to none in this weight category.
I mean, Jay's small and he's fast, but the lad's got power as well. I'm sure we're about to see that. Oh.
Really good sprawl there, and he's got the underhook on the far side. Just stands up. He's not having any of it is Jay Smith.
Jay wants to finish.
And we see a really deep reddening there on the lead leg of Steve Munsey. His left leg has been just torn up. We're live with you on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. And we're seeing Jay Smith in the black and orange representing Russell Perks. We've got Steve Munsey in the black and red Jayco shorts. Big right hand lands there for Munsey, but that's pretty much been the only strike that he's landed so far in the second round.
I'd love to see Jay let them hands go a little bit more. He's having a lot of success with their hands at the start of the round.
10-second warning.
Let them hands go, Jay.
Yeah, we're seeing.
Excuse me for that one.
He's loosening up. Steve Munsey looking to weigh in.
Munsey was gaining confidence towards the end of that round there. I think Jay took his foot off the gas and Munsey was trying to exploit that.
Yeah, so you've been saying double it up, punches and bunches, lead with that double jab. Something similar for Munsey might be a bit of a big help. Alternatively, we haven't seen Jay look for any sort of takedowns or any sort of clinch work. Is that just because he's happy to maintain the range, or is it is he a demon on the ground as well?
Yeah, he's got a real strong ground game, But I mean, we had that take. He was actually so he had almost a guillotine he could have gone for. I was expecting him to shoot and then spin to the back, and he decided not to and stepped away from it. So obviously Jay's not looking for the takedown on this one. He's looking to keep it standing.
Yeah, a lot of confidence being shown there from Jay Smith, fighting a much older fighter in Steve Munsey. But to be able to show that kind of control and calm, to be able to allow your opponent back to his feet, it seems Jay Smith has got a lot of confidence in his hands.
I'd have preferred to have seen him spin and take his back and try and lock in a rear naked or something, keep the dominant position.
Go for something a bit more secure.
Good bit of respect shown by both fighters there, working up the crowd.
I suppose you guys will have a lot to talk about. Steve Munsey. Yeah, from CSW. Getting the crowd working. Jay Smith taking the center of the ring again, looking for that inside leg kick. This guy's hands out, pumping the jab now. Calls to fight, calls to work. Kick comes up, glances off the body. Steve Munsey tries to step through with his push kick of his own. Oh, a jab. Kind of drops Steve Munsey as he comes in. Maybe a bit of a slip there, but backs in. Oh, Alan Jackson is all over the action here. Steve Munsey, maybe a bit out of desperation, but Jay Smith, unfortunately, was just stepping back.
Push yourself back into the cage and try and work towards the cage and use it to get back to his feet, I think.
He's had some success with that a little bit earlier on.
Munsey's turned him the wrong way there. He's turned him into the cage rather than away from it.
We'll be back live on Facebook a little bit later with our 7th fight of the evening with Megan Benjanjour and Chrissy Munford. That's going to be our 70-kilo lightweight fight. Chrissy Munford is one heck of a fighter. He's going to be looking to continue his onslaught of Battle Arena in the lightweight division. Still live here on Facebook with you as Steve Munsey looks to land some serious ground and pound. He's turned this into a dogfight here in the third and final round. It's just Jay Smith is attempting to keep things going. Thank you very much for all of you joining us here on Facebook Live. But right now, we need your thoughts and prayers, because it's been all Jay Smith up until this third round, and now Steve Munsey is digging really deep here in the grapple.
Needs to get himself in, get himself back to his feet, or at least try and reverse his position. Steve Munsey's landing the body shots.
Starting to work that high guard, that rubber guard.
Jay's got the butterfly, so he's got the one in, so he's trying to get the underhook and then try and flip him, try and roll it. He's trying to work it.
He's going for that underhook, but that's leaving his head open for some ground and pound there. Jay Smith took a few punches and he keeps kicking. He's a very tough lad, this Jay Smith.
I'd like to see him use that butterfly rather than going for the rubber guards. Try and use that butterfly to try and flip him over and then get back to a dominant position.
Yeah, he's been really pumping out that rubber guard, but he had much more success earlier on in the first round when he was able to push Steve Munsey away with his feet on the hips. Seems like he's almost trying to use that rubber guard maybe to a triangle attempt. With his back against the cage, Jay could really use. And we got 10 seconds left in the round. Jay stood up in 10 seconds before. Can he do it again? Almost looks like he was trying for a triangle attempt. Steve Munsey stepped over and he landed a couple more left hands there just at the end of the fight. Good show of sportsmanship from both fighters. Now we've got to go to the judges' scorecards.
It was a good fight, it was a good fight.
Yeah, excellent fight. Very, very competitive from both fighters. It's just all in the hands of the judges now. There's definitely an argument for Jay Smith for taking the first two rounds.
Yeah, the first two I'd have said, and then Munsey I'd say took the third.
It's always heartbreaking to see the third round start to sway a little bit differently. But we'll see how the judges have seen it.
Just make it difficult for him to, and obviously the people watching as well, they think it's gone one way, the judges think it's gone the other. So we shall see.
And we've got our decisions there. Going to go to Karsten inside, our master of ceremonies. But Russell Perks looking to turn it around right now. If they can get that decision win, it's going to be that first win of the night. It's going to send them off, hopefully, on a bit of a roll. I got to say that. I'm sat next to one of their standouts here.
Yeah, it's
I don't want you taking my back anytime, Dave. Yeah, we're just sitting here talking to Steve Munsey. Steve Munsey saying he feels good. Says he feels like Jay Smith might have taken the first two rounds.
Yeah, he's asking us whether he took the first two. But we shall see. We never know how the judges are.
We're not qualified for that sort of thing. We just fight and say things, don't we?
Yeah, that's it.
Here we go, the judges' scorecards. We're going to our in-ring announcer, Karsten, and Alan Jackson there. With a big smile on the face of Jay Smith.
He looked like he enjoyed that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. What a great contest that was. So after 3 very close rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And we have a split decision.
Oh, split decision.
For your winner.
Yes, Jay. And we have a win for Jay there. First win for RPMA tonight.
Really big win.
Coming.
Big win. Well, we thank you very much for joining us. We're going to be back later at about 7:35 with a lightweight bout. Come and join us then on Facebook Live.
I'll get better.